Hello, today is Friday, March 7th, 2014. 1 year to the day after my gastric sleeve surgery done at Sibley Memorial Hospital in Washington, D.C. This past year has been incredible. It has exceeded most of my expectations, in fact, probably all of them. And I'm really excited about the rest of 2014 and beyond. And so let me share some of my observations and experiences with you. And as always, if you have questions, you can post them in the comment section and I will respond when I do my next video. So let's start with the numbers. When I went to my first consultation in December of 2012, my weight was 303 pounds. I went to my second consultation, my weight was 298, and on date of surgery, my weight was 288. Today, 1 year after surgery, my weight is 199 pounds. That's way more than I expected to lose, but I mean, there are worse problems to have in the world, and this number represents the lightest I've been since Ronald Reagan was president, maybe, something like that. And so anyway, it's been a tremendous experience watching the weight fall off and dealing with the changes and the response, watching the reactions of others to me as they see me. For people who haven't seen me in a while, they may think I'm sick, or I don't know, maybe I'm having some personal problems and losing all this weight, but it's been really, really interesting to watch. The pluses, obviously my general overall health is good. It's much better, rather. It was decent going into all this. I didn't have high blood pressure or some of the other weight-related maladies, although clearly I was headed in that direction. I did have a little slight knee trouble that was beginning to pop up. When I wake up in the morning, get out of bed, my knee would need a little extra time to warm up, and then I'd be fine. But that's all gone away. I'm sleeping a lot better, don't snore anymore. The apnea has gone away. It's all good, as they say, in that way. There have been some minuses, none of which were expected. I did have a couple instances where I ate too fast and ended up throwing up some of the food. That happened a few times. Once it happened at a restaurant at Century City Mall in LA. I got up 3 times to excuse myself from the table to go to the bathroom because I didn't eat breakfast because I was rushing to get the kids to camp, and tried to scarf down some lunch, and that didn't quite work out for me. But I knew that, I was told that was going to happen. I wasn't surprised by it. It wasn't that big of a deal. So and by the way, that hasn't happened in months now. I mean, I'm past that point now. My body is sort of reconfigured itself to deal, and I'm much more conscientious about how quickly I eat. I had right around, I guess it was between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I had a gallbladder attack, and I may at some point have to have my gallbladder removed. Again, that was, one of the things that I did learn in doing research on all this was that extreme weight loss or weight gain can tax your gallbladder, and it's not unusual for people who have these procedures to ultimately have to have their gallbladders removed, and it's not a big deal as far as I can see. The other issue, and this was something I had previous to the surgery that's sort of gotten worse, if you will, as things are going along, is I have a vitamin D deficiency, and so I need to be on supplements, and if I'm not on the supplements, then I begin to be a little anemic. And so there have been times when, particularly during the winter when you don't get enough sun, that I end up being really lethargic, hands are cold. That's really been an issue for me the last few weeks, and so I've had to be more conscientious about taking my vitamin D supplements and my fish oil, and so that's a little bit of a thing, but it's not a big thing. The other thing, which you probably can't tell by looking at me, is my hair is thinning. Now, hair usually thins when you get to a certain age, and that's not a big deal. But it has thinned quite a bit. And you can see my hairline is a little, especially on this side, a little pushed back a little bit. And back here, I got a bald spot that's pretty serious. But again, hair loss and hair thinning was something I was told would be a bit of an issue, and that over time and with proper vitamin D supplementation, that'll slow, if not reverse. The last bit of a problem, and this is in the larger scheme of things not really a big deal, is the money it has cost me to replace my wardrobe. I like nice stuff like everybody else, and I had a pretty nice wardrobe for a big guy. And I've had to spend a lot of money sort of rebuilding my wardrobe. And this spring and summer, I'm going to be looking really crazy because I don't have anything that fits, and I don't really have any money to go out and buy a bunch of stuff. For some reason, I mentioned earlier that I was not, I didn't expect to lose this weight. And so by the time I got deep into the summer and I was down, I don't know, 40, 50 pounds or so, I thought that was pretty much it. So I've gone out and bought some nice, polo shirts and an extra large, which is what I got down to from a 3X. Well, now I wear a large, and some of my large stuff is a little big on me, and I'm almost 6'2". And so, when the weather breaks, I'm going to be looking kind of crazy because I don't really have a lot of stuff that fits. So, I mean, look, that's a first world problem. Don't get me wrong. I understand in the larger scheme of things, that's not a big deal. So, between one gallbladder attack that sent me to the hospital that may require removal, vitamin D, and the thinning hair, I mean, all things considered, I haven't had any significant problems or blowbacks with regard to the surgery. So, I've seen other videos and have seen other people have problems that I don't recognize because that hasn't happened to me, and I'm thankful. Now, advice. There's no question that knowing now, if I knew then what I know now, I'd do it all over again. No doubt about that. In fact, I have a couple friends who are now going through the necessary clearances and are going to do it themselves. So, my advice would be to give it some serious thought, find the best doctor in your city, and that matters. One of the things I noticed when I watch some of the videos is some of the people who are having problems may be in geographic locations in which there's not a lot of choice. But here in D.C., there are a number of really good doctors that do this procedure, and so I had an opportunity to have some choice in it all, and it's worked out very well for me. Learn as much as you can. I found the videos online to be very helpful, the testimonial videos, not the ones that are sponsored by bariatric centers. I'm talking about the ones that are done by people who have the procedure and just want to share their experiences. I found some of those videos to be very, very helpful. Particularly videos from guys, because as you look around, you'll see that not a lot of videos from guys. So find out as much as you can. Listen to the various doctors and nurses that you will be dealing with. Because I will tell you, I haven't been surprised by anything other than the actual amount of weight loss. All of the sort of downsides, to the extent that they've happened to me, were downsides that I had already been warned to look out for. So that's all been good for me, and I'm very, very happy about it. So that's it for now. 1 year down, 104 pounds off. It's been a wild ride, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it from here. So again, if you have any comments, questions, be sure to shoot me a note in the comment section, and I will respond to you as soon as possible. Until next time, thanks.